Hello and welcome. I'm Tino. I'm very anxious about this video because today we are going to explain in detail how to do a blitzkrieg against the Soviet Union. We're going to explain all the details of the units, the movements, the logistics, the planes, all you need to know to defeat the Soviet Union. Before starting, I would like to show you something else. In the future, just stop recording and I crossed the Urals. It was a long battle, but let me show you the casualties. You will find this interesting, I think. And my total losses, including France, Poland, Netherlands, 77k, and the losses from the Soviet Union, 3.2 million, and we conquered the Soviet Union. And if you are in Paradoxian channel, please subscribe here. It's Tino Dua English. I created this channel 2 weeks ago, so I hope to find you here. I will keep moving stuff from Paradoxian to here. Okay, first step, we are going to fix the supplies. For that, you press F4, and if you zoom in, you will see that we have plenty of red areas. That means that we are not receiving the proper supplies, and we can zoom in to our depots. And the first step is going to add to replace horses from our infantry unit. So I put all my generals into the front line, into a field marshal, an army. It's here. I select them all and I'm going to add them trucks instead of horses. Double trucks, I have not enough trucks for double trucks, so for now it's going to be trucks. Also, we are going to paint the front line. Instead of pressing Zeta and selecting just the front line, since I don't have supplies up there, we are going to right click, delete, we press Zeta again, and we are going to draw a front line from here up, going to the south and to the Romanian border. So this is going to be our front line, and we must check the Soviets may be advanced in this area, but I can supply that area. So we unpause a little bit and let's see the supply again. The enemy is already attacking, it's okay. And let's check the supplies. The supplies are kind of low. For example, here it says 17 and I have only capacity for 15. So you click there in the supply and you will see an icon up there. Click that one. That will increase all the supplies in that area. Also, let me see another one. And that's okay. And we are going to check the production now. And if you go down, you will see that added railways. This means that it's improving the railways since we ordered to improve the supplies in that area. And for that, the system knows that they should improve the railways. So we shift and left click, shift left click, and we give top priority to the railways. So we are going to keep improving all the railways, all the supplies in the area. Let me see this one. We click there too, and let's find the railways, and they are here. And before advancing, we wait for those to complete. Now the Air Force, you press F3 and you put all your fighters in air superiority, at least where you are defending, and you will need heavy fighters to get air superiority in the neighbor areas that you are going to be advancing, because the standard fighters have very little low range. You can try, but you're not going to get very easy air superiority, for example in Belarus. And also protect all your areas. In this area I have no fighters, so I'm going to say 100 fighters to each of the areas. For example, here I have a lot training. Now here I have 100, 100, 100, so I put 100 everywhere, and I'm going to put 100 here. And since we are still not invading the Soviet Union, I put all my bombers, my close air support, defending my territory, so they will help defending against the Soviet attacks all across the line. Please do not confuse. If you go to the construction screen, down here you will see railways, but these are repair. So do not waste your factories here. They will auto repair. Use your civilian factories to build new, for example, refineries, all build new railways. You identify the new railways by this plus icon and minus icon. These are new, so I give priority to these ones. Now check your fuel. You will find it here. Fuel, I'm quite low, so I'm going to buy fuel from Romania. You click Romania and you find up there, and we buy all we can from them. And it seems we are buying all we can, and the Soviet Union, of course, is not selling us anymore. So before declaring the war to the Soviets, be sure to have 100% fuel, buy from them. And the only thing I can do now is build more refineries and improve my technology to refine fuel. And that's all. This is my main infantry template, and I'm adding a logistic that will help in the advance in the Soviet Union with low supplies, and put the logistic company also in your armor. Make sure that all your armor have the medal supply consumption. It helps with the logistics. And for now we are going to do just one advance until the supply is fixed. So I added the hotkeys. For example, for the infantry, you click all the infantry and you press Ctrl 2. So when you press the 2, you select all your infantry units. And I did the same with the number 1 for my infantry. So I press 1 and I press the Zeta key close to this supply depot that we are going to attack. And I paint 2 areas with the right button press. And I press the X and I select the tower. That way they will move there and they will start saving planning bonus. And once you have 100% planning bonus, let's start the attacks. And once you reach 100% planning bonus, let's start the attacks. We are going to take this depot, so we attack here first. We concentrate our power there, speed 1 and pause. Let's check the numbers, and they have several units. And we are hitting with 400, 600, 700. It's okay. And they have several units. We can use force attack, but it's not necessary yet. I'm going to put speed 2. We have all the time of the war because I want to repair all the trains. Also check here if you have enough trains and trucks. You will find how many trucks you have and how many do you need, also trains and convoys, so plan in advance. Do not trust the production screen for trucks. For example, here you can see that we have red numbers and you may think that you need more trucks, but if you click the stockpiles window, you can check the trucks and you will see that you have plenty of trucks. So trust this screen and not the other. And let's keep going with the attack. Speed 2. They are winning. And they won. I'm going to keep one there. And there. And now let's go for the supply depot. I'm going to cancel and attack again. Speed 3. And we got the supply depot. And now I press the 2 key and I press the V, so the infantry units redeploys faster. Now press the 1 key, delete the orders, right click, and we have a supply depot very close by down here. So we are going to do a planning there. There is the, so we press the Zeta key and drag with the right button, press X, and that's it. And we unpause, and the units will be moving there soon. Check often. For example, in this case, this unit was under attack, so I press the V key again, and they strategic redeploy. And things go much easier in the planes. It went up from 400 to more than 1000. We unpause. And we got the supply depot, and now we are going to attack the connection. We are going to help from every direction, and that's it. And when they reach the location, we press the increase planning speed. This is the icon. It's a command special ability. Oops, I missed this one. But we can use the special ability because as our commander is wounded. And the terrain here is a marsh, so we have huge penalties. And therefore we are going to encircle and then attacks from all the flanks. It's going to be much easier, though we are going to cancel the move. We are going to redeploy. So what to do now? As you can see, the situation of the supplies is red, so we are going to move out from here our armor divisions, and they are going back to the north and hitting a new supply depot, this one up here. And we are in the location for the attack. Our target is this supply depot, so we start the attack. We can check the damage. We are doing okay. We are not using planning bonus because our general is wounded. I'm kind of hurry. It will take a lot of time. Too much time. At least they are gaining experience. We got the location. The enemy is mounting a counter attack, but they are going to be destroyed quite fast. They are. And let's locate the depot again, and we are going to keep advancing. And one in this direction. I should have used two on this direction. And press the 2 key, the V, for strategic redeploy. So my infantry follows. Keep moving. We are very close. And we got the supply. As you can see in the production lines, we still need to produce a lot of railways 22 to be okay. And the supply depot came online, but still has not enough supplies because the railways are not okay yet, but it helps. Anyway, I'm going to move out of here the tanks and keep pushing in another direction. And the supply we just conquered in the south went online, but it's under heavy attack, so I'm going to move the tanks there to help to push the enemy out. But infantry reinforcements arrived before I did, so they are quite okay right now. They have armor and 200 damage versus 88, so they are going to be crushed. But we are going to push to another supply depot, maybe this one here. So the plan is as follows. I'm going to encircle all these units with the armor. I'm going to take this supply depot here and connect with the Romanian border, and we are going to capture a lot of enemy units. So let's begin. Speed 1. Speed 2. I'm not even using planning bonus because the general is still wounded. I replace him by Rommel, but it takes a while because he's kind of away. I'm going to move. I can't. I wanted to kind of going to do this to overrun and trap all the units. And because I want the supply depot too, So one armor division is going to go in that direction, and the rest is going to cut off the escape.
Greift weiter an. Ausrücken. Ausrücken.
We should go very slow here. Speed 1. You must think all your move. And we are close to capture. Yes, we capture one supply depot. Press the 2 key and the B, so they strategically redeploy. I wait here until they come, and I can make some room around. In what direction? Let me see. It's okay. It's okay for now.
Achtung! Befehle.
Just in case.
Angetreten.
And they encircle the units.
Achtung! Ausrücken! Bereit!
They are strategically redeployed, so they should arrive before the enemy. And yes, they did.
Befehle.
And now let's use all the tanks to destroy this pocket as fast as possible.
Befehle.
We can use some help.
Befehle. Angetreten. Angetreten.
And they try to escape, but we are not going to let them do so. So we are cutting their retreat. And always take a look at the front often and everywhere. For example, here the supply depot came online, so the situation is perfect. We can advance from there. But let's finish what we have just started. And pass speed 2. And let's use this armor to help them counter attack here.
Angetreten.
And that's it.
Zeigt es ihnen.
Now let's move the tanks
Bereit.
in this direction.
Bereit. Bereit. Bereit.
And I keep pushing from every direction.
Los, ausrücken. Ausrücken. Los,
And they are
los.
losing here a lot of units.
Ausrücken.
About 150,000 men. And that's all. So far we killed 447,000 Soviets, and we are trying to reinforce our salient here. It's under heavy attack, so we're going to expand the defenses around, and we are going to connect this salient with this one up here, and we are going to trap 500,000 Soviets there. And since we have a big river here, we are crossing the river in the unprotected area.
Befehle?
and now it's going to be much easier. And we created a new heavy fighter full of heavy machine guns, the best engine for engines, self-sealing fuel tanks, navigation 2, and armor plates. And while checking my production lines, I noticed this. I have some sub-factories on my Focke-Wulf 190 and I'm producing none, and that is because I'm lacking a lot of supplies, so remember to check here often. And we can buy from Vichy France some units at least, and we need more refineries. And in the meanwhile, while we resolve those issues, let's move our tanks, and we are going from the east of the river, so it's going to be very hard to retreat and defeat the units without supplies, so it's going to be a super difficult encirclement to get away from. And let's start speed 1 or 2.
Befehle?
Let's move the infantry behind.
Bereit.
Keep moving on the infantry so you don't get trapped.
Ausrücken! Ausrücken!
Asian capture, and we are about to connect.
Bereit.
Let's help from the other side. We need more
Vorwärts, Männer!
tanks.
Ausrücken!
Let me see what's going on here. 500, it should be kind of okay, but when the other tanks arrive they are going to be much better.
Bereit. Achtung!
And they seem they have connected, so we have a big pocket here, and we are lacking rubber. Now we are producing 9 a year because we were lacking everything. We got aluminium from Hungary, but we need more refineries, and we are going to keep building them. Also notice that the fuel situation is critical, not good for our tanks and planes, 0. But the Soviets have fuel down here. It's quite a weight from us so far, but makes things far more interesting now. Also we have a little bit of fuel there, so refineries are key, and we are building them just what we can. 2 refineries under construction so far. I'm going to cancel the naval bombers that are completely useless. This original design is crap, and that's okay. In this pocket there are 500,000 Soviets, but those are marshes and are kind of produce attrition to our tanks, so we are going to trim just the plane on both sides and let them starve in the swamps that they receive attrition from the lack of supply and also from the swamp itself. I don't like the idea of leaving 500,000 troops behind, so I'm going to destroy the pocket right now. And the final killing.
Angetreten! Angetreten! Greift weiter an!
Many units are being destroyed there. A lot. And that's it. And we have killed almost 1 million soldiers, but the front line is almost the same. We advance a little bit, but the idea is not to advance but to kill thousands of enemy soldiers, therefore weakening the enemy army. Also, as you can see, the supply situation is now blue because we have finished the railways. Here, the railways. And now we are concentrating just on refineries to get more fuel and rubber. And the fuel we need is in the Caucasus, so we are going to free Ukraine and conquer the Caucasus to get the fuel. And we start the operation in Ukraine. Speed 1. Let's see the numbers.
Achtung! Bereit!
And we enter deep into Ukraine, close to make a new pocket once we reach Crimea. The fuel is okay, this depot is now producing, and this one is going to be online very soon, but the situation is green since I have rich industry in Ukraine that is providing with local resources. And we have another supply depot in the north, so we are going to do 2 pockets, one here and one there. So we have 2 new supplies. I'm tempted to wait for the Soviet to fill this area and trap more units, or close the pocket right away. And the infantry is destroying the pocket, and since they have armor they are quite capable of doing the job. And we have closed the first pocket with Crimea. There is no way they can relieve the units there. And we are going to do a fast move to clean some units, and we are going to connect the other pocket. And I'm securing the new pocket in Ukraine, and the Romanians are dealing with the other pocket. And I keep advancing toward the oil fields. Despite I have 0 fuel left, I use all in my tanks. And we have liberated almost Ukraine, and now we are very close to the supplies, to the fuel depots, so we are going to move the units and attack there. The only problem is that the supply is really far away, a long path in this Georgia area, kind of a problem, but we have to try, so let's go. Speed 2. I'm not sure if we should go by the railway, maybe directly to the plains, and we build our own railway. We're going to do that all the time. You go one by one, so it's faster. For example, here it is, and let's move it to the top. And we capture the supply depots, the resources, the fuel, but we are building a railway down this line, and we just need to hold a little bit, but the Soviets are kind of weakened. They have just 1 unit everywhere, thanks to all the pockets we did, and we have even another one in Crimea, much weaker. So they are falling down. And our tanks still have a lot of fuel. This one 1000, 1000 and 1002, so we have half tank. And the tanks are out of fuel now, so it's time to pull them out. I've been spreading a little bit, making the corridor a little bit wider, and also get more supply depots. And the enemy just arrived with just 1 division. They are super weak so far. They don't want to let... And my infantry is coming and filling the front line. And we are destroying the Caucasus pocket. Seems the fuel situation is improving, since we have now 12 days from 0. It's slowly growing up. And I'm moving units from the reserve. I have the reserve that I have on the garrison's training, All the units are located all across France, and they are under training. Once they reach level 3, I send them to the front line, because my front line is getting thin also now, since the front is much bigger, and that will come handy in the future. And now I'm taking little mini pockets. I'm going to destroy these 3 units with a fast move with the armor. Reorganizing the air force, bringing the bombers to help with the pocket in the Caucasus. And the winter is coming, so hurry up for Moscow. We are going to take this supply depot there, these 2 supply depots, and this one too. And we are advancing with almost no resistance. And situation is great. We have secured the Caucasus reserves, we have destroyed the pockets. The units now are finishing the last one there. And the border is super strong. We have 1 unit or 2 in all the tiles, and the enemy has only 1, but the quality is far superior on our side. And we keep putting daggers into Moscow heart, and we are going to make 2 pockets, one there and the other one here. And the pockets are almost empty, 1 unit only there and a few here. And we keep improving the railways all the time. And we are very close to Moscow, is there. This is the situation. And this is the supply. The supplies are okay. And we are 1 tick away from Moscow, no defenses. And finally the capture of Moscow. And the casualties, 2.3 million Soviets and Germans. All the war casualties, 60,000 from Poland, France and the Soviet Union invasion. And the Soviet Union still have resources. They are short on fuel and rubber, but they have 90 factories and almost 1 million men left, unless they keep mobilizing. And we keep doing the pocket thing, now much lower because it's snowing. Sometimes it's deep snow that makes our moves 1 kilometer per hour very slow, and sometimes it's kind of okay. I went to the south, that the conditions are a little bit better. Despite the speed, it's much easier to do pockets now, since the enemy is super weak. And I switched to manual control of the units because they were getting into areas with low supply, and it's winter and I don't want to lose any more men. And I am about to capture the second capital, of the new capital of the Soviet Union. And the city was Stalingrad, not sure where they move the capital now. And the snow is hard again, so I'm moving up from Stalingrad, and I created again the lines so I can redeploy quickly in the areas. No resistance. And a lot of manual command, killing the pockets with all the infantry and keep advancing, and pockets and more pockets. And there is not much left to conquer. We are going to go for Leningrad now that the new capital is there. And since there is a big river, I cross the river to the east, and now I'm going to attack. And let's see. Speed 1. It may be the final battle. 600-700 versus. It's super okay. We can even use force attack.
Angetreten.
The general is wounded.
Ausrücken.
And victory. And we capture Leningrad. Super easy, no resistance. And so far we have lost 767k casualties, and the Soviet Union has lost 2.9 million. So we are having the advantage, but kind of now I don't ever do that, but I'm going to order a general assault. So all my units will attack all the front at once, there are not many units, but they will keep advancing, so we end the war earlier. And we are behind the Urals, close to China. Don't know why they don't surrender. They have almost no troops left. So it's kind of a bit boring for now for me. And let's see the numbers. 67 casualties. And the Soviet Union 3.1. But here are included the casualties in France and Poland. So we are going to finish this for now. You get the idea. Hope you find this useful. I really do. And thanks for watching. Bye bye.